We live in a 24-hour world. Stores, businesses, and services up and running all day and all night. It can be tough to get a good night's sleep for many of the people who work outside the usual 9 to 5. In our Smart Medicine cover story, Rod Starnes explains why it's important to deal with the problem of shift work sleep disorder.
No matter what the clock says, someone's on the job. Restaurant staff, convenience store workers, police, firefighters, truckers, doctors, and nurses. But it can be difficult getting used to shift work. That can lead to a number of problems. Sleepy workers make mistakes, have accidents. Errors made by people who are too tired have even led to disaster.
When we say you have a sleep disorder, we're meaning that this is not some transient type of event, but something that's occurring on a very regular, chronic basis. And most of these people will complain of either difficulties with insomnia or excessive sleepiness, such that it affects their ability to concentrate, their mental functioning, their productivity.
People suffering from sleep-work shift disorder are not only less alert, there's more to it than that. High blood pressure, heart and immune system problems have also been linked to sleep disorders.
The typical individual in the United States is already sleep deprived, being a daytime worker. They're probably cut off an hour of time in bed that they're supposed to have. Well, then you look at the typical night shift worker, they now cut off another hour to 3 hours, even less than the day shift workers. So their sleep deprivation is much greater, and so they pay the consequences of that.
The challenge for Dr. Emil Golden comes every 4 to 6 weeks. He switches from a regular day shift to cover a 13-hour overnight shift for a week in an intensive care unit. Then he switches back to days.
The problem comes when you come off of nights, is getting yourself back so that you'll fall asleep at night. And if I'm not careful, what'll happen either the first or second night is I'll be tired by 7 or 8 in the evening, but then all of a sudden at 10 or 11 o'clock I'm awake.
The Sleep Disorder Center at Baptist Hospital in Collierville and other sleep centers are treating people who can't get enough rest. Some are people who try to adjust to a normal schedule on weekends or their days off, which can lead to problems.
If you get put on some type of night shift and you decide that's probably what you're going to end up, then you need to try to stay with that even on your days off, so that again your body's used to the routine.
Getting on and staying on a regular schedule is the first step in adjusting to shift work. New medications also help some people stay more alert, and of course, drinking something with caffeine in it can help workers shake off fatigue.
6 p.m. to midnight when I'm working nights, I'll drink coffee, maybe 3 or 4 cups of coffee in that first 6 hours. I usually stop drinking coffee at midnight because I'm going to need to go to sleep again at some point.
Turning day into night is also important to persuade the body and mind that it's time for bed, even if the clock says something different.
I think it's very important that you need to be in as dark an area as you can create. I don't like sleeping with the eye patches. That doesn't work for me, but the room has to be very, very dark. And then I use white noise. There's an air conditioner in that room that in the summer you can turn on.
Sunrise may be sunset for shift workers, but it's important for everyone's health and safety that they find the right ways to stay awake and alert. For Smart Medicine, I'm Rod Starnes.